Hi everyone, it's July 29th, 2017, and I want to give you a little tour of my mini beds on plastic experimental garden because it's been a while and because I've come to a conclusion about this garden, and that is that it is a resounding success because it's done exactly what I wanted it to do, which was to be manageable. We'll begin here up on this end with these two mini beds of melons, cantaloupes. If you've watched earlier episodes, you can remember I had the hoops over those and started them. Now they've spread out all over this corner of the garden, and there are no weeds in there to speak of because the mini beds are each in a sea of black plastic mulch. No weeds grow through black plastic. This is a bed of Swedes, otherwise known as, what are Swedes now? Rutabagas. And they've been eaten by flea beetles. I should have put netting over that. I think they'll make it though. Okay, we got a mini bed here of broccoli. Got a mini bed here of ground cherries. Let's see, we'll get a little view of them over here. See those ground cherries? They're not ready. When they're ready, I guess they fall out of there. Never eaten a ground cherry, never grown ground cherry, but one plant has filled that bed up very nicely. Over here, got a bed of cukes. Mini beds on plastic, ideal for bush cucumbers. We've been picking them out of here. Whoop. See if I can get a shot. There's a cuke. It needs to get bigger. Another one needs to get bigger. These are, I've got two beds of these burpee bush cukes, doing great. Got a bed of beets over there. That bed there is the beneficial insect mix, flower mix. It's starting to bloom some. I don't know if I'll do that again. I'd rather grow food, I guess. Okay, here I got a bed of broccoli. No broccoli yet. We've got these cabbages. They've done well. We picked one. I got to pick the others. See, they're splitting. That's not good. But they grew well there. That's the point. Here I got Brussels sprouts. Here we have some cutting celery. Never grown that before. Back over here, not stalk celery so much. It's a cutting celery. I don't think I'll grow that again. But celery, I will, you know, for the stalks. This here is a curly parsley, and you know, I'm going to have a whole bed of that next year because we like parsley. We use it, and I should say that parsley was not looking very good, but come July, everything that didn't look so good up to July really takes off and just does great. Here's the zucchini. It's looking a little beat down, but it's still producing. We've been pulling zucchinis off here steady. And mini beds on plastic is ideal for these squashes. It's this squash right here, I should say, this is my favorite summer squash, the yellow Zephyr squash. Let's see if we can find one in here. We've been eating these every day. There's one. See the little Zephyr squash? Got more in there. They're yellow with a green end. Oh, look at that one over there. Look at them all. This is a gorgeous plant. Just, we love those squashes. It's got the seed from Johnny's. Here's the New Zealand spinach. I wasn't happy with this bed. Everett Littlefield on Block Island, he said, leave that spinach there, it'll do okay. And it has. It's done pretty good. It's not a full bed of New Zealand spinach like I would like to see, but my wife comes out here and picks off the ends just about every day for green smoothies in the morning. So yeah, here I've got 2 rows of strawberries in mini beds. Growth here has been kind of mediocre. I had a scheme for planting 1 or 2 strawberries, then taking the runners and making more. I'll have more to say about strawberries at a later date. It's going to work, but it's not going to work out like I had anticipated, or as easily as I had anticipated. Hey, I should zip up over here and show you the celery, not cutting celery, but stalk celery. Get a picture in here if we can. Yeah, see, I got 5 of these celery plants in the mini bed. It appears to be a good distribution of plants there, and I've never grown celery. My wife has wanted me to grow celery for years. I think I've got the seed a few times, but I never grew them. We got those seedlings at the local Amish nursery, and you know, I think I'll grow them from now on. Now, there's a tomato that doesn't look so hot, and I don't know why. Here we've got these beds, 5 beds. These were in peas, and I've planted them to buckwheat. I've way overseeded them, but that'll be fine. I've got something else planned for those in the fall, in like 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks. I'm gonna plant something else. Got several mini beds there with the carrots, and here's a mini bed with peppers, green peppers, bell peppers, I guess we call these, right? As you can see there, every plant has peppers on it. This mini bed, these peppers have done really well. Yeah. So that's good. Here we've got tomatoes in a cage, determinate tomatoes. All the tomatoes look good. I'm kind of surprised and pleased to see that. There's the three together there in cages, because it's been a cool and rainy summer, and we haven't had blight, fortunately, on those tomatoes or anything. Here's a bed with basil, 2 kinds of basil. It's done well. Oh, these onions. These are some copra onions that I started from seed. They looked pretty pitiful for quite a while, and now they're doing a little better. Another tomato, 4-day carrots bed. Zoom down here, get closer, let you see how these are looking now at this stage. Okay, over here in this bed I planted very early in the year under a solar pyramid, this flashy trout lettuce, which we like a lot. It's a romaine, and it's all going to seed. And we're gonna harvest those seeds so that we don't have to buy flashy trout lettuce seed. It's an open pollinated lettuce. And here's some romaine lettuces. I think I have 3 varieties, and you can see the flashy trout over here. That's a great lettuce. It seems to be doing better than the others actually at this point. Okay, I got nasturtiums in this bed with a lavender plant in the center. And nasturtium flowers are edible, and I ate one the other day for the first time. It was kind of a unique flavor, peppery, yeah. I only ate one. Here's I got another tomato in a cage, and I planted some beets off in the corners, and the tomatoes kind of, well, here we've got beets in the corner of this bed. They get the sun on this side, and they're doing real well. Just 3 beets together, a tri-planting of beets. Let's see, what else have we got here? We've got some potato beds that look like they could use digging, and I will dig those soon. Here we got peppers. These are the hotter kind. They're a little bit more spindly looking, but they're healthy, and they're growing these other peppers, not the green bell peppers. Now, right here, this is a bed of flat leaf parsley, and this is great for tabbouleh. My wife comes out here, she said, and she cuts on this bed just about every day, and this is a tremendous success, this bed of parsley, flat leaf parsley. Okay, in the category of sad, unsuccessful beds, we have these peppers. They are cranking out their fruit, but they are hurting. That's not a success, and I don't know why. We bought those. They may have been too root bound. They may have just had issues. I don't know. They do have issues, don't they? Here's onions. I put way too many onions in here. These were sets, and they were after I planted in my bigger beds in the other part of the garden, I planted all the little sets that looked like they weren't going to make it. And I think every one of them did make it. A lot of onions in there. Really not what I would recommend for spacing, but we're going to get some good onions there. Now, let me see. I think I've got more here to show you. Oh yeah, a couple more things. Pivot around. Here in the corner, got some cilantro, which I believe is also called coriander, right? When the tomatoes are ready, the cilantro will be ready. That'll be great. Okay, here I have strawberries. Planted 4 plants. Truck going by. And I'm going to have more to say about strawberries. This is the way to plant them. Right here, another strawberry bed. This will be a success. The others will too, but these look better now, and it's just a whole lot easier. But I'll explain it. These are the Eclipse Onions, which we try to keep the shadow out of here. I planted these in concentric circles, and they're ready. Let me pull one here on the end. See that? Nice little pearl onions. They grew very well. I got a whole bed of them, and my wife's never made pickled onions, but she's going to give it a try, and we're going to pull those very soon and make pickled onions. Now, this bed here are the storage onions that I spaced better than that other bed I showed you, and this was a good spacing. These are going to work out. I got a small one there, but most of them they look good. Okay, so finally, what I want to say regarding this Minibeds on Plastic experimental garden is that at this point in the year, late July, end of July, through the month of July, to have my garden be weed free, like you see here, is very unusual, because this is the time of year when my garden typically gets ahead of me. I've got other things going on, but it's not getting ahead of me here. This is, in that respect, this Minibeds on Plastic experimental garden is a resounding success. And here I want to show you what my garden typically looks like, or at least a lot of it, at this time of year. And here we go. Right here, see this flat bed, 30-inch wide flat bed all the way down there, just weeds. Now, you might think I just left those there to underscore how great Minibeds on Plastic are. Well, I didn't really. It just got ahead of me. And that's this next row right in here is, I've got some things planted in there, but it's not as easy to take care of as those Minibeds. They're a dream. They're a joy. They're so satisfying. Now, in case you're wondering, this row here is a little bit under control. That's a green cover crop of crimson clover, and I've never grown that before. I'll zoom in on a couple of blossoms here. Let me just get closer. I mean, here, you can see those crimson clover blossoms. Kind of neat. I don't know if I'll grow this again. I sure won't grow it here. I'll tell you what's going to be here in this overgrown section of my garden next year is more Minibeds, because like I said, they are so satisfying. They are, you know, I've got a few little failures in there, but overall the Minibeds have done well. They'll do better next year, now that I'll have a year of experience behind me and I don't have weeds like this. It's not getting all shaggy and out of control and discouraging. It's under control. That's the point. And it's productive too. We're getting production out of that garden along with the satisfaction. So there's an update, folks. Mini beds on plastic. So far so good. Thanks for watching.